Always like this, you know. I used to actually work in the city, in London. I trained accountant, but it folded. And, well, my father was a plumber, so I could take my land trade, but solid. I decided to go for a walk, basically. And a few days turned into weeks, to months. And I met old Bill, who passed 2 years ago. And he introduced me to the trust. And it ain't been easy. But it's been marvellous. I never felt so free. You know, on tramps I feel... I can't explain it, but it's a freedom. I live off the land as much as possible. Charity in return for favour. I feel a lightness in myself I've never experienced before when I was up at sea. The smoke and the noise, the people, the politicians too. Give me a meadow for my bed, streams for my drinks. No comparison. I'm proud to be an idler. Hampshire. Twice. And there's plenty of people who wait. But I have. It's funny when you tell people they think it's a fairy tale or something. It's anything but. First time I met him, it's not long after I took to the road. And I just saw him. I didn't know what he was. I didn't know what it was until after. And old Bill explained to me that the second time I knew it was 18 months ago actually. He was heading down this old lane at night. I was trying to find a nice little hedgerow off the side of the road to sleep. And it was a crossroad. And the moon was out. And I saw this big bugger. That weren't human. He had like those old-fashioned lamps, the one that they used to make out of wood, so it kind of glowed, didn't really shine. And I saw it, and I thought, first time I thought, it's the old Bill. But it wasn't. I wish it was. Anyway, he came towards me, and he was I don't know, 7 foot. He had this big, kind of like old greatcoat, almost like. And this kind of, he was like one of those old-fashioned hats that Thomas used to wear. And he came towards me. He was very slow, but at the same time very swift. And I couldn't move. He asked me if I wanted a bed for the night. And I said, no, sir. I couldn't look at him. I looked down and said, no, sir. I'm happy with the fields. And he asked me if I was sure, because he could give me any comfort I wanted. And I said, no, I'm fine. Thank you, sir, thank you. I'll just be on my way. And he asked me to look at him, so I did. His eyes were sort of black, glowing in that bloody lantern. And he said, I'm always on hand. If ever you need anything, my lad, I'm always on hand. And then he touched his hand and left down the lane. And I thought, fuck it, I'd never run so fast in my life. I didn't sleep a bloody wink then. got to keep moving, you know. It's like we always say, no parish but Albion. You can go anywhere. Some people you meet become your friends for life. Some get married. But in our own way, our families are on their own. We care for each other. It's not like everyone's on their top all the time. It's not always easy, of course, in the winter. But we got a good system here. And I tell you this, I wouldn't swap it for nothing. This is how we meant to live. I still can breathe it. Free. Free for any civil or not telling you what to do, where to go, where to be, how to dress, what to eat, how to think, how you can and can't do that. I find that, you know, something which is just intolerable. But people stick it because it's all they know. If they knew what else was available, I don't think they'd be quite so eager. I'm not saying everything's got to descend into, you know, chaos, but you should remember that this is England. You're free, you're born here. Our families put our roots here for centuries. And it was one thing when the tops were telling you what to do, because at least there's some, you know, like social contract, but no, it's just money talks, isn't it? Money talks. And I walk. It's my father's easy to say, why then? When you can. You can't be lonely, but you'll be alright. You're alright.
You can't stop, the shades won't let you. You go on. So you say, all right, I'll go on. So you've got a target. You say, I'll go on to the next town. And from there, it's only a short step back home to where you come from.
Find it all right, but ordinary people find it hard. They're ostracised because they stand up and speak true facts. That's what I say. Oh, I did volunteer in the army. They sent me up to Wales, and in the war I met the soldiers, and I said, "Don't. Do you want to do square passion? Do you want to do fatigues? Don't. Oh, they said, you can build the roads. You can go on building the roads if it eases your conscience. I said, a concrete road is a road you can carry guns on, isn't it? We'll segregate you, they said. You can segregate me if you like, I said. But I said, this is Tiny Nick, the most famous character around here. He thinks he's God. hey, tell me why you think that.
I was saying my prayers to the Lord and I found I was talking to myself.
Just open your hand.
Place your hand up. No, keep your hands closed. To the west. Okay, now. Our Lord, who reigns over this land, and through which we are free men, free to roam, to forage, and to live on the road as we see fit, the road that no master. We implore you, Lord, we implore also help and guide our black gem of mischief and Our Lady, Aylebury, who guards the roads for those who travel along them in good faith. Our friend here, Henry, has the box on his hand. Place your hand on the earth. As his hand touches the earth, the box be removed and dissipate into this soil beneath. There can gone nevermore. And thus he will be healed, as is the bargain struck between us and them, between he and I, between all safekeepers, the world, and who roam these lands, these lanes, and these roads. The safe separate are our kin, and we heal them if they heal us. In a merciful faith, the Lord, Dungeon, Aylebury, Shitty, and all who support us in our freedom, we beseech you to remove this box and allow his hand to heal, so that it may help him and us furthermore in the future. Amen. And we look to the forest now. Turn left. Hold your hand up to the light. There. Now. Place your hand down. I'm gonna take the soul. In the soul goes the pain. In the earth goes the box. You are cured. Now, let us be on our way. Someone came to me and asked for a love spell. And the first thing I have to do is ask them if they're quite sure. But usually they are, so what I do is I tell them, be a man or boy, girl or woman, to go and get some fingernail clippings or some of her hair from the person they love. Then when they bring that back, you put it inside this real cloth. You see, it's not very big, it doesn't take much. And then all we have to do is bring them somewhere like this little woodland, and then they sit beside me. He takes out this rabbit paw, and, well, I might as well tell you, the full thing, the stuff that they've got from their person, and then they puts it in this cloth, and I passes this rabbit over it 5 times. Not 4, not 6, but 5. And I says the following: look into your heart, look into your soul. The person that you see there will be before you whole. Come rain, or shine, or hail on summer's day, this person will make you merry and gay. Then I takes them 5 steps forward, 5 steps back, 5 steps left, and 5 steps right. We asks upon the lady. Well, the lady is, it's Mary, the woman of the road. And we ask her for a blessing in this venture, I suppose you call it. And then I tell them to go home and wait till the next full moon, and once that comes up, to come back to this spot, or the spot that we've done this spell, and the other person will be there. And you can roll your eyes, but I'm not saying you disbelieve me, but it's been the case time and time again, and that's part of our tracks, part of our trade. That's how we get a coin, or a nice supper. And I can tell you that many a child has come into this world, owes their long, long genesis to this little cantrip that I do.
Stockbridge down. I came into a little copse about 6:30. The light was coming down, the birds were singing, Dutch chorus, and I came out into a field. There was a track running parallel with the hedgerow. And trying to explain what I saw, but it was quite difficult. It was a woman, and she was in a kind of white, pale cream gown or smock. there's something almost ethereal about her. And she looked at me. And in my head I could just hear this word, dream. And it kept on going over and over again. So I kept staring at her. She raised her hand. And as the sun was coming down just over, because there's a slight hill to the east there, and the sun glazed down across the trees and went right through her hand. That did not give me a shock. I didn't feel worried. I just felt very peaceful and curious. Then she walked away over the path, past the hedgerows, and disappeared. So I ran to where she'd been standing, and there weren't any footprints or anything, but there was a big kind of bloom of dog roses. And I know that dog roses have a distinct link in medieval culture in England with the Virgin Mary. So I took one home. It's dry now, it's over the fireplace. And one of the trusts came to my door. I asked about this encounter, and he told me that I'd been very lucky, because I had a glimpse and an encounter with Pale Mary. The law of the trust is the Virgin of the Rose. She takes care of people when they're lost or sickening in the heart. She brings comfort. I'll never forget that as long as I live. She just walked off along the land. Every time I look at that rose, I feel so calm. Like I know there's more. I know that she's out there somewhere.
like old maids' houses, fiddling, tattling around the village. It's the spirits, you see, all who down there and decide to stay. They see everything that happens in them walls, everyone who comes in, what they do. That's why it doesn't pay to get on the wrong side of them. For years, they're watching and telling other spirits what's been going on. Never steal inside a house, my lad, or you won't hear the end of it. You'll know you're not welcome. Why, there's even some in this very cottage, if he knows how to listen. Poor Philistine. She did listen. Talk to him. That's something you've got to do if you settle a safe. Settle them down with a pinch of salt and a farthing. They're like little whales, you see, filled with old and dead memories, watching over the new ones and keeping them sealed. A friend of mine once picked some coin from a farmer's wife's dresser. Well, every other house in the village, as soon as she came in, things started knocking on the tables and walls. Quite gave her a scare. She knew she'd been wrong. So she came to the settler safe and asked him to make it right, giving back the money, of course. So he went to the farmer's house and asked if he could look at his fireplace, as he was fetching to have a grave made just like it. While he was down there, he slipped a salt and coin in the hearth and apologized to the spirits that was left of the farmer who didn't know how. After that, things were as right as rain, but she never took anything again without leave.
not an easy subject, of course. In fact, I don't even like really talking about it. But something which maybe is something which should be talked about more. Old Creed is, he's not good, he's not bad, but he just, he sort of is. He's out there in the wild. You don't find him in the copses, you don't find him in the managed woodlands. He's out there in the wild. I've heard tell of people see him down in Dartmoor and Exmoor. I've seen it myself once, many months ago. It wasn't pleasant. I was down in Devon on the road. It's one of my favourite places to be because the people can be very kind. And well, I was down there and I was following this river into the woods, and it was going further and further and further, and I just liked it. I just wanted to see where it would go, you know, finding in plants or a nice bit of forage. God, there's cars everywhere now, isn't there? Anyway, as I was saying, I was following this river deep, and the woodland was changing, you know, it was getting more and more dark. It wasn't like those, you know, bucolic woodland, it was getting hoary and mossy and, you know, strange. And I felt this presence. As I said, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. And suddenly just round all these fallen branches, I see this, I don't know how to describe it. It was more like big foliage, but it was moving. Slow, but purposeful. And they give you such a fright. And I was standing there, watching him, and he was there, watching me, all green. I felt most peculiar, because it was like it was something from another time. It wasn't, you know, like you see in those churches, them Jack in the Green. It weren't like that. There weren't no smiling face. It was just these sort of hazily eyes that was looking, and they was looking like in an old way. Like you wasn't welcome. You was an intruder. So I didn't approach him. Good Lord knows why. I felt unafraid but cautious. I just stood my ground and said, I'm sorry for coming. my pocket. Well, I'd scrubbed. And I put it down on the ground and I said, "Here, I'm sorry for intruding. Please take this as an apology." He didn't move, you know, he just stayed there, watching me with those eyes. As I slowly walked backwards, I didn't turn my back on him. And once he had gone out of sight, I picked up my skirts and I ran. I ran and I ran and I ran. I didn't mind tripping, I didn't mind falling. I just wanted out, back into, you know, back into civilization. That was the only time I'd ever felt like that. I was talking to other people about it, you know, over the years, other people been saying. And what they said, similarly, we never spoke, but even had such a presence, old as time. And it was a presence which was imposing and commanded respect. It was like he was the forest. And you felt so small, and so young, and so tiny. I don't know whether he's some kind of personification in a way. I don't really know. I'm not very educated on these things. You pick things up here and there, you know, from other people. But I wouldn't cross him, I wouldn't challenge. He's not like old Black Jim. You know, if you rebut him in good faith, he'll let you go. If you cross Old Green, I don't think you'll ever see the sun again. And that's something to be wary of when you're going down to the old places.
Names don't convey so much as signs, and tramps have a sort of touch-and-go code, which they use to tell each other whether it's better to go before trying to touch. This sign, for instance, means no good. Well, he's made his call, and in a moment or two he'll make out his report. Other gentlemen out for a stroll like him would be grateful for a tip-off. And here it is. The triangle means too many callers. Aha, there's a rival, but she doesn't know the code. That's religious, but good on the whole. Where have you been? And finally, dangerous. Don't touch it with a barge pole. That's how the Knights of the Road got correspondence.